Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel. So today we are gonna be doing a more simple, well I say simple, it looks simple but it was difficult. Yeah, we're gonna be creating this kind of like candy cane type of graphic eyeliner. I'm kind of happy with how it turned out, but I don't know, I don't think the eye products work very well together. But yeah, I'll talk about that later in the video. So yeah, let's get started. So I'm just gonna take my Kiko foundation. It's the Silicone Notes Full Coverage Hydra Foundation in the shade Ivory. I'll be using this on my face, but I'm just gonna take it to just prime my eyes, ready for the liner. So, like my last video, because we're doing a liner, I'm just going to take a little bit of sellotape again and just put that on the outer corners of my eyes so we get a nice crisp line. So I'm actually going to take my Revolution Pro Lightning drops, like foundation mixer, and I'm going to use this as my wing, like the base for my wing, because obviously candy cane is obviously going to be pink and white stripes, so I thought having like a lighter base might make the white stand out a bit more. So yeah, I'm just gonna make my shape with that. That was actually quite difficult. I mean, I probably wasn't using the best brush. Like, I had a slanted brush, but it was a bit big. But yeah, I'm just gonna put that down and then make sure I get the shape that I want. So once that was done, where's my palette? I then went in with the BH Cosmetics Nice palette. This is from the Ho Ho Holidays collection. Oh my god, when I saw this palette, I was like, yes. They did bring out a bigger one as well, but I'm kind of, like, I used to be quite interested in like colourful palettes and everything, but now, like recently, I've been more into like my neutrals and golds and like dark pinks and stuff. But yeah, so I took this nice palette and I took the shade Jolly, which is red, and it's sort of got like glitter in it, but once you put it on the eyes, like, you can't see that. So yeah, I put that on and started creating the stripes. But as I was doing it, I was like, the red was more like a purpley red instead of a pink red, but I carried on. But instead, when I had finished that, I took my Morphe 35C Colourburst palette and I mixed in the bright pink and the red from that, and then went back over where I'd first laid that red down, and that helped, like, it brightened up the red part of the look, so yeah. I then went in with my collection white eyeliner, so I went like into the gaps, like the white gaps. I thought this would work well, but I don't really know what's happening. I think I've had this eyeliner for too long because it started drying like really quickly, and then I got cracks in, and then the red sort of like bled through into the white. From far away, like, you can't tell the difference, but as soon as I went up to my mirror, I was like, well, that's not exactly the effect I was going for. But we carried on, we kept going, I finished off doing my white, then I, like, once I was pretty much happy, I had to, like, go over the white bits, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 times with the liner. But yeah, once I was happy with that, I removed the sellotape, and then kind of looked like my left eye, the wing was like shorter than the right, so I then cleaned up the right, made it a little bit shorter, but yeah, overall it was fine. So I then moved on to my mascara. So today I actually used the Benefit tinted primer, the Lash primer. It says it's in brown, but then when you put it on your, I mean, I've got black eyelashes, but so I guess the brown doesn't really come through. But yeah, so I used that first as like a little primer for my eyelashes, and then I just went in again with my Smashbox Revolution and just topped up my lashes. So moving on to the face, I used my very trusty, ordinary silicone primer. Guys, I just dropped it. Guys, you need this. Like, it's amazing. I think I got it from Beauty Bay, and I think it's like £5. So if you've got oily skin, I would highly recommend this primer. And then I just went in with that foundation that I mentioned earlier, the Kiko Silicone Notes, and just bounced that into my face. So as always, I then went in with my stick foundation for bronzer, the Revolution. I used the shade F10, so I bounced that in a little bit. I wasn't too keen on my base today. I don't know, I think it might have been the foundation. I mean, the foundation's in a pot, so it's kind of more thick and more creamy. Obviously most foundations are in a bottle, so they're more liquidy. But it was kind of weird, like, you would expect, because it was thick and really creamy, to be like proper, like a cake face foundation, like really full on coverage, but I could still see like bits of like blemishes or whatever sort of like poking through. And then when I put my bronzer on top, because like where I put my bronzer is sort of where some of my blemishes are at the minute, so I felt like it kind of disrupted the foundation, but I think it was the foundation's fault. But I haven't used this foundation very much. I bought it last year, like this time last year, and I think I've only used it a couple of times, so maybe I just sort of need to work with it a bit more and figure out like what it does and doesn't go with. But anyway, yeah, I just bronzed up the primers on my face using my foundation stick. So I then went in with powder. Today I only used my Revolution Coconut one, because to be honest, I was feeling a bit lazy and couldn't really be bothered to mix them. So yeah, I just used my coconut scented baking powder, put that under my eyes, on my chin, dusted it around my face, and then I usually leave a bit in the lid, because once I've done my bronzer, I like to come back and create the, like, I don't know, what's it called? Like when you sculpt underneath. So yeah, but I just used that one today, not the Beauty Bakery one. So I then went in with my bronze and contour palettes. I feel like I don't even need to talk about this now, because I'm always using these ones. I feel like I do have another bronzer palette, so I should probably try and find that, so it kind of like mixes it up a little bit. But yeah, I'm taking the limited edition one first to contour, and then the HD to bronze up the rest of my face. And then, like I just said, I'm just going to take a bit of that setting powder and then put that underneath, so it gives a more like chiseled look. Going in again with my BH Cosmetics highlighter palette. I actually used, because obviously we were using pinks and whites, so I kind of blended Top Notch and Double Whammy together, which are two, I mean, they basically look like the same shade, except one looks darker. Oh, no, I didn't actually. I did, but I actually went in with my Revolution Golden Sugar to Rose Gold blush. I mean, it says it's a blush palette, but it's got highlighters in it, so I kind of look at it more as a highlighter. But anyway, I first used them. I used like a gold one, but then when I looked like face on at the camera, I was like, nope, that's way too dark. So then I went in with the BH Cosmetics ones. Yeah, so I put that on my cheeks, on my nose, on my brow bones, and my Cupid's bow. So moving back onto my eyes, I actually just took my W7, W7 King Cole eye pencil. I didn't really want to do anything like really crazy on my bottom lashes because like the top was pretty simple, like I didn't have eyeshadow on everything, it was just eyeliner. So I only wanted to put like a little bit of black in the waterline and then just went in with my W7 mascara. Then I went into my brows. Yeah, brows were next. Yeah, same two things that I've used in my last two videos. My collection pencil and my Revolution micro pen. My eyebrows actually went a bit weird today. Like I filled in the bottom like way too much, so they sort of just went straight across. I kind of quite liked it. They looked like a lot fuller and bigger. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Soph. If you don't know who Soph is on YouTube, you need to go and look at her because she's amazing. But yeah, my eyebrows kind of reminded me of hers a little bit, although hers are like a lot thinner. Mine were kind of all over the place. But yeah, I quite liked my brows doing that, so maybe I'll have a look at that shape a little bit more. So lastly is lips. So I actually used my, I wanted to do a red lip, because obviously red was on the eyes, but I don't have a red lip liner, so I just used my Revolution Satin Kiss one in the shade Fling. Then I got out my collection Lasting Colour like bullet lipstick, and that's in Red Carpet. However, I think I've had this for quite a few years, and I started like putting it on and I was like, this is proper like dragging on my lips, and I wasn't entirely sure why. Like it felt really dry, like as I swiped it, like my whole lip was going with it, and I was like, yeah, I'm not really feeling that. So I then went in with my Front Cover lipstick. So Front Cover used to be sold on Boots. I don't even think it's like a brand anymore. Like it was literally years and years and years ago, like probably like 10 years ago. It was in there, and I just got this big like lipstick, like mini lipstick set, so I just use that because I really like this red. I'll give you the name, it's in Firework, but I don't think you'll be able to get this anywhere. But yeah, that kind of fixed where the other lipstick was going horribly wrong. And then I felt like my lips were a bit bright, so then I went in with my I Heart Revolution Chocolate Cherry lip gloss and just waxed that over. It's like a really dark purpley brown, but like it's a lot sheerer like when you actually put it on. So yeah, I then went in and topped it with that. Cool, so onto lashes. I then went in with that same like set that I got, and what ones did I use? So I used the top ones. These were like more like wispy ones, but I don't know, I feel like I got these lashes from Amazon, so I feel like the quality isn't that great. Like the lash band, like I've worn other eyelashes before, and the lash band like usually like blends really well like into the rest of my lashes, but for some reason this lash band, like whenever I look at my eyes, I'm always like I can see the lash band. But yeah, so I'm not sure how I feel about these, but I'm getting some new lashes hopefully soon, like in the next couple of days, and I've got some exciting news with that, so yeah. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. If you like this look, don't be afraid to give it a like or subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I will see you soon. Bye!